What's up, family? It is Sage, and today I want to get a bit more personal with you all, share some of my personal journey and how I see a couple of things in my life. And the topic of discussion will be, why am I not affiliated with any religion or any Black spiritual movement for that matter? And this is a topic that I've been confronted with, by people here and there along my journey. And obviously religion always comes up in conversation somewhere. And let's start with religion. Why am I not in any religion, whether it be Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, Buddhism, Taoism, any of it, right? It's many isms and anities. Anyways, and the reason is because I do not want to be limited by that system, by the constructs of that system. It is my belief that all people are created equal in the sense that we are all divine beings connected to the infinite source. We all have access to that source. Therefore, upon my journey, I recognize help and I recognize those who have tapped into much of the source beyond what I have. And I recognize the power of group and of learning together. But at the same time, I do not discredit my own abilities to learn from myself and to build my own understandings of reality and of existence and of self. And no one can truly explain myself, like I have the potential to. And I hold that very dear to my heart. I take it very seriously. I want to be the one responsible in putting in the work for understanding my own life, because it's my life. And so therefore, whenever I'm in a religion, and I was in Christianity for years, for like 18 years, 19 years almost. And what I realized is that there are many truths within it. There are many truths within most religions and most systems even. Because truth is universal and some things just stay consistent. And granted, all things are truth. But when I say truth in this manner, I mean higher truths, truths which actually propel you forward, empower you, truths which actually hold true in all realms, things that are universal in nature. And that existed in Christianity. However, for me personally, it was just like, this is too limited. While there's so many unanswered questions and so many contradictions and loopholes and things that don't make sense or don't even feel right, things that are immoral, things that I would never even consider doing, let alone the Bible. God did it. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And then you go over to Buddhism and Taoism, which are other Eastern philosophies and religions, which are also great and have a ton of beautiful insights and are definitely more empowering and more focused on self-exploration and expansion, as opposed to giving away your power all the time. However, even that system, there seem to be limitations and things in there that sound great on paper, but don't fully resonate with me. And I don't believe that I should subject myself to an entire system if I don't believe in everything in that system. Therefore, the only system that I can fully resonate with is the one that I create for myself. It has to be so created for me to fully resonate in that frequency, because I am of it and I created it. It birthed through me. And so that's how I approach my religion. I don't like limitations on my beliefs. I don't like limitations on my imagination, because when you start to take things as true from a system or from a story, from whatever it is, then it limits the realms and possibilities of what else you can experience and uncover. So if you stop at heaven and hell, then that's all you can experience. You can't imagine or even go beyond those spaces necessarily, because your mind is locked there. It's stuck on those frequencies, on those realities. So that's very important to not trap yourself, to limit your growth within the confines of a system. Because once you get to the edge of the system, as a human being, as an infinite being, as a spirit, you are hardwired to grow and to evolve. So once you hit a wall, it's discomfort. There's an uneasiness. It can get pretty crazy. And finally, why am I not a part of the Black consciousness or Black spirituality movements? well, I'm a black person who speaks on spirituality and consciousness, so I guess I could be a part of that. I guess I really am a part of that, because what does that even mean? But in this case, I mean the movement and the different subsections. You have like the Hotep thing going on in the Hebrew Israelites, and those who is much more aggressive with their approach, and definitely have a more communal bond with, you know, going back and forth and those kind of things. The main reason with that is because, once again, I don't like being limited. I don't like my message or my consciousness being limited to certain systems, especially whenever you get into those kind of movements. And this can go for any race or any system. This is just my personal, I'm black, I'm a black male, so that's why I'm bringing this up for me personally. But whenever you tap into those frequencies and tap into those nests, as I like to call it, or even vortexes, it puts you into a different reality, to where race and to where culture and to where identity becomes priority, and where no matter how powerful your message is, it ties back to race. And then that's the anchor now. That's what's the limiting wall or barrier to your consciousness and expansion. Because for those who have been on the journey for a while, we know that this skin suit is a skin suit. This is light work. This is technology. This is not even this is little compared to what's really, you know, really taking place at all times. And although I don't want to call it little, because it's very important, but you get the picture, I'm sure. And so whenever you get so focused on race and identity in this matrix and this illusion anyway, it's already an illusion. So when you get caught playing playing games with the illusion, you go deeper into the illusion. And although you're speaking consciousness, your consciousness is now rooted to the illusion. And although you're making the illusion better for some people, you can never fully break out of it. And there's one more thing, and this is on a peaceful note, on a light note. I'm not a big fan of arguments, a big fan of combative behaviors when it comes to spirituality. And when I feel attacked, I step back. And unfortunately right now, in certain movements within spirituality, it's very aggressive. Be very back and forth, always trying to prove somebody wrong, always trying to one up somebody and be the bigger one. It's ego. It's ego games. And there's a lot of ego in spiritual communities and spiritual people at times, because we're people, we're humans. And until we heal certain things of parts of ourselves and learn certain lessons, you know, we're going to carry around certain aspects that might not fully benefit us. So in the efforts to further humble my ego and allow higher self and true love and compassion and empathy and understanding and expansion to fully take place in my life, I had to heal some things. I had to take my ego down a notch, relax. Don't be so pressed. And those are the reasons why I am a lone wolf on this spiritual journey for the most part. I do have my connections and some ties, and I'm making more of an effort to find those soul tribes and kindred spirits and networks that are in alignment, and individuals who are also in alignment. But for the most part, I'm definitely a lone wolf in it out here, sharing where I can, helping where I can, loving where I can, connecting where I can. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. By the way, I'm currently fasting. This is day 6. So I will make a video very soon about my fast experience and what I've learned from it. And please subscribe to my channel, Wholeness Family.